Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Maria, but I go by Mars, and today this is one of my first videos back because I've been away for a long time. And I did post one video that I had edited and I said that I was coming back, and then I took a few weeks, but we're not going to talk about it. I will explain everything to you guys once I have an established plan of everything going on. Today we are going to be doing a 1998 inspired makeup look, which I'm so excited about because I'm a 1998 baby. I even have the year tattooed on me. That was the trend in my time when I was in high school, and I was one of the ones that fell for it, so I do have 98 on me. And I love the era, I love the style. It's just such a different vibe, like, you know, just everyone doing their own thing. No one looked the same, and I don't know, it was just such a vibe, such an aura. So I'm excited to do this, and let's get into it. So easy enough for me. I already am born with very thin brows, so I think it's gonna come very easy. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing. I'm doing this picture, or inspiration of this picture, and what I was saying was it's just gonna be very easy because I do have very naturally very thin brows as it is, so I think it's going to work in my favor that I have these. So I know back then the style was to use like this little powder compact, and I don't have one of those. I do have my Anastasia powder brow, but sometimes I feel like I overline or I overdo it with this, so I'm not sure if I want to go in with this or if I just want to go in with a tinted brow gel, because it might just give me like enough color, because I don't want to overline. I think I'm gonna do this, and I'm going to use the Merit one instead of that one. That's the Anastasia, and I have Merit in light brown, so let's see if it does what it needs to do. Just giving it like some light strokes. It's so funny because growing up I always loved that look, but I always liked the 1998 look, but I also always hated having very thin brows, which is the irony because that is literally the style of the 90s. Like, that is what they did, but I just couldn't get on board with it, especially because I think growing up it was always like, oh, you know, the thicker the brow the better, or, you know, it was just like the style to, I have Q-tips back here, which is what I'm doing, which was just the style of like having thicker brows was better, but I think I've grown to love them. See, they're not even like perfectly shaped or nothing. It's literally just trying to give them color, which is exactly what they would do. I think sometimes if they really needed to, they would add like a little bit, but I think for the purpose of this video, I'm going to keep it this way. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer, so we could do the eyes and the rest of the base, and then you can also get a closer look at how I did my brows. Okay, so for my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Thank Me Later by Elizabeth Moss eyeshadow primer. I'm not going to do anything crazy on my eyelids. If you look at any pictures from like the 90s, everything is very like, again, very smudged. There's nothing really like a cut crease or anything like that. It feels like they kind of just swooshed whatever color along their eye and kept it moving. So that's kind of what we're gonna do today. Essentially, I'm going to keep it very, very minimalistic, literally 1998, and if you were expecting any different, don't. I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Naked Smoky Palette, taking it way back. This is after the 90s, this is the 2000s, but in theme with the video because it's definitely old school. And I think I'm gonna go in with this color here called Slanted. I think it's just giving the closest to like a 1998 color of like, I don't know, that very smoky gray situation that they had going on. So I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy brush and kind of just swoosh that along my eyelid. I don't want anything precise or anything like that, so. And keeping a very light hand because we don't want to do too much where you have almost like a smoky eye, because we are avoiding that. We just want like enough color to be like, oh, she has something on her eye. Oh my god, this is literally perfect. Like, this is literally 1998 makeup. Okay, and that's what all I'm going to do for eyeshadow. I'm going to leave it there, and then I'm going to come back to my eyes because I want to do the rest of my base before I get to like eyeliner, mascara, and all that other stuff. So I know back then everything was, again, very natural, very light. So I'm gonna go in with a skin tint to kind of just give me some coverage, but not too much, and kind of keeping it within that natural look that I was talking about. Okay, so for primer, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Hydrating Canvas Primer. Lord knows I need the hydration. It is winter. It's a little bit on the hotter side today, but I do think my skin is struggling from the cold, and I think that's why I'm breaking out a little. But no worries, no worries. The hydrating primer to the rescue, to the rescue. And like I mentioned, I'm going to go in with a skin tint. So this is Fenty Beauty's Eavesdrops in the shade 12. And this does look a little darker than my current skin tone, but no worries. I do have to still go in with concealer, and I think that'll help me lighten up a little bit. I think I'm going to go in with my hands. Just do it this way. Again, very in line with the old school, just doing it with your hands. I feel like back then, nobody really even tried with like brushes or sponges. I mean, like the little square sponges that they sell at Walgreens, probably, but nothing like, oh, I'm gonna go get a beauty blender or anything like that. So of course, those didn't exist back then, but yeah, this definitely is looking orangey. This is my summer shade. So for concealer, again, I'm also keeping it very natural, but I am going lighter. I'm going to be using Kosas in 04N. And this is the Super Creamy Brightening Concealer. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my under eyes. And now for this, I am going to use a sponge. Or you know what? Maybe I should use a brush. I'm gonna use a brush. Sorry, I got a cold. But yeah, so I went ahead with my Kosas concealer, and I did just do like spots where my 2 pimples are, because what the hell. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Haus Labs cream blush, and then I'm going to set that with a blush, powder blush, and this is Glassy Lilac. Glassy Lilac. It's just a very bright pink, which is like the color that pink that was really popular in those times. A little, just to like give me some color. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Alamar Cosmetics Colorete Blush Trio in Isla. Excuse my animals, they don't know how to act. I'm gonna go in with this one. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set that with a Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. Oh, highlighter, hello, the main star of the show. I'm gonna go in with the On The Cusp Super Shock Cheek highlighter from Color Wow, and these were honestly and are my favorite highlighter. Highlighter was very big in the 90s. Everyone was glowing to the gods, so we're gonna make sure to do that. Okay. And now we're gonna go ahead and do setting spray. Okay, so going back to the eyes to just finish them up, I am going to go ahead and curl my lashes because my lashes do go down naturally. So I'm just going to go ahead and curl them to bring them out. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the Roller Lash by Benefit mascara, just to help give my eyes a little dimension. Also, back in the day, they didn't really use lashes. Everything was very natural, like I mentioned. Like, you know, you wore your own lashes and you just wore like a shit ton of mascara to like make them really pop out. And I don't know, everything back then was just very different. I think this day we kind of just, like, there's so many new stuff, and you know, back then it was just work with what you got and then make it nice. Okay, my camera died. We had a small malfunction. I was struggling, but we are back. So the last thing we did was my lashes, and then I just put mascara. I did go over the roller lash with the Colossal Bauble by Maybelline just to give it a little bit more color, because that one I think is drying out a little, so they were a little light and I really want them to like So now we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Define a Line eyeliner. I think they have a remix version of this now. I don't know if they still sell this one, but just any black liner will do. And this is really the staple to a 90s look, because this was all the rage in the 90s. Eyeliner, and just again, the very minimal, but like eyeliner was like the makeup item of the years, all of them, 1990 through 99, all of them. I'm just going to line my tight line with it. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up and do the lips. So I'm gonna go in with a Revlon lip liner in Raisin. It's this color here, because I'm going to use, where's my lipstick? Because I'm going to use the Givenchy Intense Silk in 334. I think this is the closest color that I had that was matte and the perfect red for the 1990s look. So I wanted to do this one over the shiny look. I just feel like for this look that I did, the red look, and just like, you know, a little throwback Thursday for me, just to bring it back in all together. Oh, just kidding, I'm not gonna use this. I don't even have any more left. I'm gonna go in instead with the NYX in Cocoa. It's a little bit more brown than I would want it to be, but that's fine. Just gonna go with a very light hand. And I never overline, but if you are going to do a 90s look, make sure you don't overline, because that was not the look back then. Unless you're trying to do like a little bit of a mix, like 90s, 2026 sort of situation, then yeah, go right ahead. But definitely, if you're trying to maintain the 90s look, overlining was not a thing. And one thing I am going to do is try to define as much as possible my lip shape. I do have, again, a very natural like Cupid's bow situation here, so I'm going to try to really define that. And that pretty much completes this video. Like I said, I absolutely adore this makeup. I don't know if it's because I am a 90s baby, or if it's just because this is the makeup that I grew up with also. It's just very nostalgic, very 90s. And I love it so much. I think it just suits me. Like, I even put on the little like spaghetti strap. This is my Skims dress, but like this is the only spaghetti strap I think I have right now. So, or accessible right now, because I put away a lot of my warm clothes since it was freezing, or it is freezing. So this is like, I don't know, it's just giving 90s, and I'm absolutely here for it. I love it, adore it, and I think I look so cute. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do try this makeup, please make sure to tag me or share a picture of me, because I would love to see your recreations of the 90s or any other year really, because I love looking at all of that. And remember to please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.